I know. I know. It's a mirror. Now you All Might. Everyone, my name is Mimi and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be reacting to the final episode, I believe, of My Hero Academia, episode 11, titled My Hero Academia. Oh. Last episode, they showed us the new class 1A students. They were all fans of now class 2A, especially Bakugo and Shoto. And then they were helping with the reconstruction of the city, the town, the country. Um, Deku visited Spitter in jail and told him about Shigaraki's final message to him. Spinner said that he was going to write a book about Shigaraki so that no one forgets about him. Um, Chisaki got a visit from his boss. What else? Aoyama is leaving the school. They had a farewell party for him, and Eri was singing, so that was really cool. Uraraka. Wait, am I missing those? No, I'm not. I'm not. No. It's still the same episode. I was like, was the Aoyama thing in the same episode as Uraraka breaking down? But I think they were in the same episode. Yeah, so Uraraka broke down. Um, after speaking about what happened with Toga, she was feeling guilty. And that Toga died because of her, and was wondering what could have happened had they met at a younger age and all of that. And then the others also learned about the last embers of Deku's One for All. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/FairyMini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
Well, and then there was this character that showed up in the after credit, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Okay, so it's him right here.
ヒーロービルボードチャートの拡大？
今回の戦い、俺たちヒーロー以外の活躍が大きすぎた。現職業ヒーローと合わせて英雄もピックアップしていきます。より多くを救えるとしたら、それはきっと俺たち職業ヒーローじゃない。
なんだこの個性は。
そんなこの子には何の罪も。
手をかけられるなら死んだことにして一生人目につかずを隠せ。口を閉ざせ。吐息すら外に漏らしてやんだら。
This is how Shigarakis are born. They stitch his mouth shut? Ah, thank you. Someone reached out a hand. Thank you. Don't pull away, please. It's her.
でも寝られなくなる時がある。みんなに届いた。もう大丈夫だからね。
Hey, this is what we need more of. People reaching out.
先にはあるはずです。ヒーローが暇な社会。あれ来る爆音
ひどいよ母ちゃん、泣いてるだろ。無個性のくせに。
The pretentious, arrogant Bakugo. He's no longer there anymore.
生まれながらに平等じゃない。
That's how it started the first episode of this show.
その身と心を。だから
Was that
こそ
Kota?
答えはせ。好天を探す。緑谷兄ちゃん。
He's grown up!
USJ の生き方も
They are all grown up.
オッケー。みんなに伝えとけ。
Where is he working at? I know the sensei, but where is he working at?
弱い17歳にして知った社会の現実。
I wonder if him and Uraraka got married.
あの日誰もが最高のヒーローだった。
Money shot, money shot, money shot. Aww.
今日というかけがえのない日々を生きる。未来。
They're gonna school together.
頑張ってガッチャン。根性見せろバクゴ。そこでやれ。うっせえぞお前ら。今度読んでみっかな。変わってないよ。
One of the planes. Again? I remember when I first heard this, I'm like, what's happening? And then they showed that it was a graduation party or whatever. Aww.
おめでとう。
Omedetou. Pinky. Yasu. Ida. Papa. Ichiro. Huh. Oh my god, I feel like I should know all the names by heart by now, right? Shouldn't I? Aww. Oh, she was sworn back to being invisible. Uh-uh.
このような素晴らしい卒業式を迎えられているのは、私たち一人一人が手を取り合い、愛に進めたからだと確信しています。だってんや。
Of course you are. You're always pulling the strings.
ヒーローになることができた。不相応な夢を叶えてもらった。なんでまだこれを書いてるかって？だってまだ放送は続いているからね。
There's still one time in the episode. Oh my goodness. I wonder if the last phrase or whatever they're gonna say is My Hero Academia. Is that the last thing we're gonna hear? 8 years later. This is basically what happened in the beginning. Replace one of them with Bakugo. Aww. He's still the same.
僕は医師になる。吉田流ドクターみたいに回復不可能な人をも治せるような医師。
Aww.
伝説を作った GL
Is that a war?
プログラミング
Oh, La Gentile. La Gentile. Oh, well, La Brava. La Gentile.
お前の個性はさすがにむずくね。
I miss what he wanted to do.
ただでさえヴィラン発生率も減少傾向で。
That doesn't mean they won't be villains. Where is he going? Is he going to the hero course, UA or something? I missed it. Completely missed it.
ストジーニスとデク大爆殺神ダイナマイト
Mhm.
ショートみたいになりたい
Explosion murder. Wait, does Shoto not have a hero name?
うん不安になった時はいつもここに来る
No.
以降目覚ましい活躍を見せるテンタコル敵地などで未だ見られる形質差別由来の事件に尽力し
Oh.
田村平和賞が授与されました
Oh.
続いてはチームアップニュース。
Look at them all grown up.
リエティ、そしてウラビティが全国の小学校を巡っています。爆鳥計画は今最も必要不可欠な活動と言われています。
Oh.
ウラビティの意思に賛同して
Oh my god.
ミドリア、これ見たか？
What did he do?
こんな近くにおんだてめえ。見せ物じゃねえんだ。死にてえだけ。すみません。
ロキとはこれでだいぶ水開けられそうだな。 連日連夜事件にかけ
Oh,
最近じゃエンデバーの息子だなんて言われることも少
that's
なくな
good.
ったそうだ。
インカムイマウントレディを抜いて一気にトップの東方先輩と並ぶ勢い。
Aww.
モノマくんや骨抜きくんもす
Look at him. His face.
寂しいか。
A little?
でも昔無個性には戻るけどを生かして誰かを励ませるならそれはとてもかっこいいかもなって。
もう少し生徒に厳しくした方がいいな。
Oh, so he's a teacher. Okay.
増長しないよう俺たちが厳しくしないといけないんだ。わかるか？
Aww. Oh my god. His
社会に出てから
commercial.
は
強敵男レッドライオットの意外な魅力が迫ります。
Aww. I wonder if that kid is gonna show up here with Deku and he's gonna cancel him. He's still in him. I knew it. He showed up. Both of them showed up, so they're gonna have a talk, and he's gonna get to go to probably UA. I think that's where he wanted to go. Since I missed it.
緑谷、イズカ、実在してるんだ。マジで？僕みたいな同級生に比べてめちゃ弱い個性はついていけなくなっちゃって。
And he didn't have any quirk.
僕もあなたたちのようなヒーローになれますかって。
僕も
I know.
オールマイト
I
のように
know. It's a mirror. Now you all might.
髪の皿みたいなものを投擲する個性か。髪由来ならミネタ君の応用でいけると思うな。
You haven't seen this in such a long time.
大丈夫。だって君はさっき手を差し伸べようとしたじゃないか。君はヒーローになれる。
Oh.
頑張れ。
So it's not just on my statue that's there. It's like other people there too. I didn't notice that first.
僕たちが最高のヒーローになった物語。
遅かったじゃないか少年。
オールマイト？
サプライズプレゼントしたくてね。
タペストリーですか？
なんかすごい可能性を広げるものだったそうだ。
Okay.
個性の進化とともに技術もまた進化していく。
So is he gonna go back to being a hero?
こいつは海外の友と発明少女の協力。バレてるぜ。まだ体が動いちまうんだろう。俺も君自身が勝ち取った力だ。
Oh, so happy for you.
いつまでも
Who's co-
来いデク。
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Look at my class 1A. Well, they're not class 1A anymore, but either way, whatever.
いつまでも手を差し伸べ続ける物語。
Years later. Oh. Aw. Aw. Wow. Oh. Aw. Sorry for you. Oh, no. No. Plus Ultra. Oh, let's go beyond Plus Ultra. It's over. The final episode is over. I thought I was gonna cry, but I didn't. So yeah, I've cried enough. So he finally, well, I about to say he finally got to become a hero again. Yeah, I mean he had sort of like given up on that idea, right? And went back to he went back. He became a teacher after he lost out of One for All, right? So he became a teacher, guiding students, guiding people, helping them toward their paths as he's supporting his friends on their hero journey and everything. And when the title card showed up, it was like the end. But then All Might like grabbed that end and they like crushed it. And they just presented him with this new technology that's basically sort of like gonna replicate, I guess, a little bit of his power sets, with One for All and all of that. I don't know. And then there was this landslide or something happening, and then he just showed up in this nice car. That car was nice. He just got out of there, and then the others were waiting for him, and then he just donned the armor, and he just started flying along with everybody else right next to him. Oh, it was so cool. I'm so happy because I feel like, yes, he was content being a teacher, but his dream was to be a hero, and just for that to happen, well, he wanted to be a hero. He realized that he didn't have a quirk. He was told he didn't have a quirk, and because of that, he couldn't be a hero. Then he met All Might, and then All Might gave him his One for All, and he became the hero that he wanted to be. And then he lost One for All, and now he went back to being quirkless. And it's like, yes, he went back to being quirkless, but he still had the heart of a hero. When that little kid, when they were at the square where All My statue was, and then these two kids were playing around, and then one of them was gonna trip and fall, and then he's instant, always immediately is to go jump in there and save him. So he still had that hero instinct, heart. And so when they presented him to this with this, and now he gets to become a hero again, he started tearing up, and I'm like, I was so happy for him. Like I really am, because I didn't want him to just, not do hero work anymore. Even though it's not a bad thing, you can still live a good life with it, and he was living a good life, but he wanted to be a hero, and so I wanted him to have that still, and he gets to have that, so I'm happy. Aww. See, that's what I like. I like when my stories have nice endings. Not like Attack on Titan. Even though I get the ending of Attack on Titan, I don't like bad endings or ambiguous endings. I like happy endings. So this one is a happy ending. Just like Fairy Tail was a happy ending. So I am happy with this. And then at the end that they showed us where everybody sort of like ended up with their hero lives and all that. Some people went independent. Some were successful, some were not. Like Mineta. They didn't actually tell us which rank Bakugo is. They said Shoto was number 8 when he debuted or something or other like that, and that Bakugo was still striving to be number 1, but they didn't tell us, like the way they said when Shoto debuted, he debuted at number 8 or something or other. I don't know, something or other like that. They could have told us where Bakugo also started, but they didn't. So I'm wondering where he is on the chart. Although, if I understood that conversation with Aizawa and Deku when they were talking about the chart and everything, He showed him a video of Bakugo yelling at people again. That he said that Shoto was gonna overtake him, I guess. So I guess in that particular moment he was ahead of Shoto. But yes, I think yes, he may overtake him, but to like really loyal fans of his outburst is still something that they love. Like I love his outbursts. So it's like if I was among their population there, he'll still be ranking at the top for me, even with his outbursts and everything. Because it's not like he's just shouting for the sake of shouting. He's telling them, "Yo, this place is dangerous. Get away." Okay, that's the kind of shouting that he's doing. It's not malicious or anything. So, I still love it. So, well, whatever. Um, Kota and Eri went to school together. I love when they were holding hands and then, Kota reached out his hand to her and then she grabbed it and then started going to school together with their backpacks and everything. And like I said, there was the scene where they were showing these students and they were talking about their career paths and all of that. And that's what reminded me of when that happened with Deku and Bakugo. Bakugo is like it's going to UA and becoming a hero and whatnot. And Deku also said so, and then Bakugo got angry and whatnot. So that reminded me of that scene. And then I was talking about something, and then I missed that kid's go career, I guess, that he wanted to take. Others, one of them wanted to be a doctor. Uh, one wanted to join this, I guess, cyber attack thingy that La Brava and Gento created or something or other like that. So it's like not everyone, the way it used to be that, okay, what do you want to do next? I want to be a hero. Like the majority of people back in Bakugo's time and Deku's time, most of them wanted to be a hero. But the way their world has changed, that has changed now. There are like many different career paths now that they could take. It's not all about being a hero anymore. The prestige of being a hero it's still there, but it's not as big as it used to be, I guess. So a lot of people are not going down the hero track like they used to. But that kid there wanted to become a hero. And then one of the classmates was sort of like um bringing him down a little bit because apparently his quirk is not something that's, I guess, flashy enough for a hero. And so he was feeling dejected and he went to All Might's statue because he felt that anytime he was feeling anxious, he feels better when he goes there. So when Deku also showed up at the statue, I'm like, wait, is that kid gonna show up there? And that's exactly what happened. When the other kid was falling and Deku was reaching out to him or her, and he also like tried to jump in there. See, that's the instinct of a hero, just like Deku used did for All Might, yeah, because he did it and then that sparked the thing in All Might. So he did that. So I'm like, wait, now they're gonna have a conversation, and he's gonna encourage this little kid, and that's exactly what happened. It's sort of like the rules were reversed, where at first it was All Might, Deku asking All Might if he can become a hero, and now it's this kid asking Deku if he can become a hero. And I also love how excited he was when he first realized that it was Deku in front of him. He was so excited. Huh. And so Deku gave him the advice not yet. He started mumbling like he used to when he discovers a new quirk and he started thinking, wait, how can you use this quirk? What are the ways that you can use this quirk to the maximum potential or something or other like that? And he started doing his thing where he was murmuring, blah, 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 blah. So he was doing that in front of the kid. But then at the end there, he basically told them that yes, we can become a hero. So, I liked it. What else happened? Tentacole is sort of like an ambassador for peace when it comes to heteromorphs people, um, in order to sort of like um, stop them being marginalized and by people, by normal people, so that they can have better lives and all of that. So I love that. And they also, last episode, the way the last episode ended, there was this kid, there was this person that came out of this dark room house or whatever, and I'm like, who is this kid? So it wasn't anyone that I knew. It was this completely new character that like got out of this room, and it turns out that I guess he had this ability, whatever it was, that was just um making the people around him afraid, the family or something or other. They stood his mouth shut, kept him like locked up and all of that. So I'm guessing the family is now dead or something, or whatever happened, the fight that happened with All for One and Shigaraki and everything. I guess maybe that destroyed the house that he used to live in, and now he got out of that house. And he got out, and then he was in that darkness, And I'm like, wait, someone please reach out to him, because he got out, he was, in that darkness for so long. He gets out, see these people smiling, and he's like, the anger, the hatred, I guess, was starting to fester inside of him. And then someone reached out, and it turns out to be the same woman that ignored Shigaraki when he wanted someone to reach out to him. And I'm like, oh. And he said that she was haunted by what happened that day. The fact that she was like, a hero will take care of you, and they just left Shigaraki there. She said that she was haunted by that for a long time. So after having seen everything that Deku did, and the feelings that he's evoked in people and all of that, and seeing this young kid, he was still a kid, like a teenager or whatever, either way, he was still young, this young person, shonen, this young man, there wanting someone to reach out, and she reached out, even though you could feel that she was a little afraid, but she pushed through that fear and reached out to him and told him that he was going to be okay, and that darkness just sort of like slipped out of him, and they started crying. And you see Deku and Uraraka. Who else was there? It wasn't just them two. It was another. Was it Sue? Some of them were there. They saw that happening, and then they started smiling at each other. So, hey. So it's like after everything that happened, people are more forthcoming with helping others and all of that. And I'm like, it's nice, but just like in Attack on Titan, I'm going back to that. Just like in Attack on Titan, there was peace for a while, right? And then war came again. So it's like here too, for now, because what they've gone through was recent enough that it's still in their memories. They are changed, right? But as time goes on, those feelings starts to fade. Those people that went through that time, they start to fade, right? And in the future, probably gonna go back to the way it was, I guess, because it's human nature. Unfortunately, we don't stick with goodness for long. Not a lot of people do. So yeah, I feel like for now, let's just bask in the fact that people are more happy and welcoming, and there's not a lot of negativity going around. Yes, there are still some negative stuff, feelings still are there, but it's not to the point that it used to be. So I guess let's just bask in that. Yeah, let's keep believing that that's how it's gonna stay. But yeah, knowing human nature, I don't think it's gonna stay like that for all that long. So, my hero is gone. He's gone. He's done. Ay, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to whatever is gonna be replacing My Hero Academia, I'm thinking about unless there's a show that I watch who's if there's a new season of a show that I usually watch that's come out that I haven't checked out yet, that's what's gonna be replacing it. But unless there's none thing like that, because I know Jujutsu Kaisen came back and I just finished reacting to the final chapter, I guess, of Akatsuki no Yona. So Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna be replacing that. So after this one, if there's nothing that needs continuing, then I guess I'm gonna start a new anime, and I'm thinking about Hell's Paradise because my brother mentioned it and he said it was cool and fun. So I might go back to that. I may start that next time. So whichever's replacing My Hero, the link is gonna be the first episode, I guess, or the continuing episode. It's gonna be in the pinned comment, so you can click on it. You can watch it early, and yeah, you can also catch up on my previous My Hero Academia. I didn't start this anime channel, this reaction channel, since the beginning of My Hero. I think I started during season 4 or something. So all my reactions to those there's a playlist in the comment, so you can just click on it and catch up with all the previous reactions that I've done to My Hero Academia. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. I just couldn't win, 'cause there was nothing I could ever change. So puny and thin, my body was a cage.